just talking purely about the footballer, how impressed are you with Bruno Fernandes?
He's an exceptional player. Especially the consistency to play every single game and every single competition. I admire a lot of that. And if the guy has the ball, something is going to happen. In free kicks, in set pieces, in connections with the players up front, with Garnacho, Rashford. All the strikers have them there. So, what can I say? So he's a really, really important player.
Is it important then for you to sort of try and nullify him on Sunday?
Yeah, of course. Always have been like that. Always can create something.
Is it fair to say maybe only him and Luke Shaw are the only players there you would have in your squad here?
That is football fantasy, so...
I like fantasy.
I don't like.
Thank you.
Phil?
Pep, you say you always expect the best of your opponents. Are you someone who ever really worries about the opposition, or do you only ever worry about your team performing what they can do? Because you know that if your team, whoever you're playing, whoever you're playing anywhere in the world, if your team plays at its maximum, you're probably going to win.
We had to do our best against that team. Do you remember what happened when United went this time to Anfield this season? Well, last season was 7-0, 7-1, I don't remember. You remember the comments? How many goals they used to score in Liverpool? Will be easy for Liverpool. What was the result? Liverpool didn't win. United is United. It's Man United. I know what happened. The past is the past. Tomorrow, 11 players with pride, with a manager that everybody, we cannot deny how good has done in the past in Amsterdam and here trying to do his best. And United is United. So in different situations, we were City in the position that United in different position. I know my players will behave in Old Trafford with pride, character, and do the best. It's going to happen on Sunday. I know that. So it will be a real tough game. You have to be humility and humble enough to respect the opponent and do our best to play the game we have to do to try to beat them and continue up there. It's not just for the fact to beat United. It's to continue up there and fight against. Liverpool is above us. Arsenal is there. Aston Villa is close of us. So to try to arrive week by week at the end to the chances to retain the title. This is the target, and tomorrow is another final for us. So, but if you are going to convince me that United is... I'm not this type of manager that think about that. I know how difficult it would be. I've been here more difficult than Old Trafford in our period here together. We lost more games here than Old Trafford. Have to perform really, really well to do it.
Hi Pep, sorry to ask another question about Jim Ratcliffe, but you also, don't forget, this is a guy who's in his 70s, who's seen all of United's greatest teams, and the other week he said that the performance that your team produced against Real Madrid was the best football he's ever seen in his life. I can see you smiling there, but that must come as some compliment to a man who's been a Man United fan all his life and who is, you know, now a rival of the club.
It is. I just can say thank you so much. Sometimes it's more than a title, the compliments of a personality is like make this country, because it's not like Sir Jim Ratcliffe that comments. So it's a completely honor for all of us. So at the end, we can produce emotions and feelings for the players and our rivals, except, you know, that helps to do our job. Thank you so much. I cannot say on behalf of all of us, but I'm sure tomorrow they'll try in one way or another way to try to inoculate the Man United players the best performance to try to beat us. So that's for sure.
In a way, though, does a club need that honesty when they are looking to bridge the gap? That they have to realise where they are and that history doesn't matter in terms of building for a future.
The best way to improve is to know exactly what really happened honestly. Otherwise, you have to defend the position through the media, to survive in that moment, that month, that year. To don't say that. The best way, you have to yourself or your people say, oh, what is the reality? What are we doing? What are we playing? What is the next chapter? What is that? And when you are bad, you are bad. We are not good, you are not good. It happened with us. Periods we are not bad. You have to accept it. And after that is the best way to make. That's why I said in the previous conference, when they accept still we are a little bit, that is the best way to reduce and be closer and come back with the team you want to be or you were. But they know it, because I don't know the reason why, because I'm not there. So I don't know.
Just one more, if I could. You've obviously refreshed the team during your time at the club, but you've spoken about the executive team as well and the people behind the scenes. Does their improvement also continue? Because it feels like City are at the pinnacle. People are now trying to close the gap. But does that work still continue behind the scenes for the club to become even bigger and better?
They have to. They have to. Many executive important players has gone in the past, in the recent past has gone, and new people is coming, and they have to. I demand myself the best, and they have to demand themselves the best. So in all departments in the club, always we can do better. Otherwise, if you are sit and waiting and review what we have done, the other teams are working. And when you rest, they are working, and working harder, because they want to pull you out where you are. So it's normal in football, in life, in sport, it's like that. It has to be like that. So, and always we can do better. Not just our players, managers, or staff, or background staff. All departments in the club, they have to feel, because they want to do it. They want to, pull you out.
Pep, we've seen another of your good young players sign a new contract this week, and Rico Lewis, Phil Foden before him. You've sort of got this conveyor belt of players from the academy. United have obviously had a great tradition. They've had years and years of academy players in their team. I just wonder now, in this world of FFP being a lot more strict and clubs are looking at it, and we had a very quiet January transfer window, is there more sort of pressure and emphasis on clubs like you and United, even though you might have the money, to develop those youngsters like Bob?
Absolutely. It's more sustainable for the clubs. And we had that feeling always, I don't know why, but the academy players that grew up from there, they have something special that always works. Don't tell me why. Always works. You have the players here, but look what happened with the players in Southampton have done, on Cole in Chelsea, and Tozin in Fulham, for example. So always they are stable, and the academy work really well, and all the process for 30, 40, 50, many years, and every day, and many years, working really, really well. And this is every time is a little bit of drop of something in your body, that you understand the game, you understand many things, the culture, and whatever. When you're around in a young players, always works. I don't tell me why, but always works. Happen here, happen academy in Barcelona, in Madrid, and when I know when I'm Bayern Munich, and the clubs I've been, the young players always, they have something. And now with this situation, if I should play, you're right. It's a way to be sustainable, and it works.
And do you see your Manchester kids on Derby Day? Do you see them just have a little bit more in their step? Do you see them a bit more into the game because they're City fans, or maybe United players are United fans? Do you think that's an impact?
I think they know the reality. Have been many times in Etihad Stadium, see the environment, see the, smell what happened in the club, and they adapt quicker. Foreign players come, or in other clubs, they need a little bit time to adapt. Here, it's like it's a home, They know the reaction of the fans, they feel comfortable, they know the way they had to play, and it's click quick. So it's happened, it's right. And PSG United players, or Liverpool players, or Chelsea players, what happened, you have something that even I think they believe it belongs to me, it's mine, so it's my home. If you protect, from the academy, from the first team, we give them confidence, they will settle really good in the first team, in the seniors, people. It's easy.
Finish with Jack, please.
Hi, Pep. Just on the academy players, when you have a youngster coming up to train with the first team for the first time, how quickly do they pick up the concepts that you do in training?
Easy. Quicker. There are little details, because every game, the way we attack against Brentford is completely different than Luton. Why? Because Brentford defend different than Luton. So these details, but in general concept, better. What surprised the most is how well educated they are. So it's not just about the skills, it's about how they behave, how respect, how they listen, how they behave. In the good moments they are stable. make a debut, there'll be compliments. Week after they are stable, they don't make gestures like, now I am a senior player from Man City. It's completely the opposite. And that means a lot. And that comes from there, from the academy. The managers for 30, 14, you know? When they don't behave well, they don't play. You know, what they have to do, start to understand the club is the most important thing, not you, not your father, not your mother. I'm sorry, at home they are, but here, not here. Your agents, they are not important. Important is the club, is Man City. You have to adapt the way they play, the way they behave with 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. And after they are well educated. That's why it's so important, this type of work, and a lot of people. And at the end, Rico plays, or Phil Foden plays, or Cole in the past, or now Oscar, or all the senior players. It's not about me. I take the incredible work for many hours for all the people in the academy. It's a sport director academy, scouting recruitment, or of course every single player, every single team manager of every single under 13, 14, 15, they are playing every day with them. You know, that's why it's so nice, because it's a work for many, many years, for many, many players, many people, helping to develop this guy for the skills, otherwise we'll not be here with 13, 14, 15 years old. Even then, they are already selected in a special group of young players that they can play in Man City, otherwise they cannot play here. They have to be good. It's just when the people smell they have some talent and skills, it's not just about that. It's resilience, it's work ethic, it's arriving time in the meetings, go to the school and treat a good, you know, behave good well there. When you have here, force for the teachers, come here and arrive in the right time, follow, make, you know, the right homework for the day. This is when you become a better player, a better human being, you will be a better player, 100% for sure. It's no secret about that.
And people around the club have suggested that it'd be a good target to have maybe half a team that's come through the academy in the future. How in the modern football, how feasible is that, do you think?
We would love. I remember in Barcelona when we played 2 final Champions League against United, 7, 8 players was born in the academy. What does it mean? Zero investment. We didn't sell them. We didn't get profit because they were so good. And that's why we want to keep him. But that is the dream for every club. You know, players that love the club, were born here and can play. But sometimes it's not possible because foreign players are really good. Have Erling Haaland is for Norway. So we would love to have Erling Haaland from the academy, but sometimes it's not possible. So you have to invest. You have to buy players, yes or yes. But we sell a lot of young players these last years that make us sustainable financially, that maybe could play here. Yeah, we never know. But in that moment, you have players, they have no space, they want to start to play and do it, and every situation is different. But yeah, will be perfect. But sometimes, what happened, Alex?
Should we call it there?
Finish the press conference. To go.
Thank you, guys.